Hey everybody, it's Coffee with Mick. Frank out a discussion about whatever I want to talk about in the morning. Yeah. Changing it up today, I'm going to talk about Transformers. And how almost none of the series that have ever been made have had a good sequel in any way. In any way. In any way. Sequel series, you know what I'm talking about. Well, let's go back to the Generation 1. We were originally supposed to get headmasters. Do you remember that, my sweet baby Daniels? But we didn't. It ended there in cartoon form. They kept making toys, but, the only cartoons they were making were in the land of the rising sun, and most of them are of debatable quality. Especially how they had like, RC just basically be like a secretary most of the time. People did not care for that. Not at all. Not at all. But then they made a sort of pseudo-sequel, a long way in the future Star Trek Next Generation sequel in Beast Wars, and everyone with working brain cells loved it. They found Black Arachnia's original design a little too much, but they mostly loved it. And then Beast Machines. What the hell happened there? Like, the animation was great, but that series was originally supposed to be a simple story where Megatron is a dragon, gets an army of Predacons, and fights them on Cybertron. It would have been a fun gravy time. Then they just went the weird spiritual angle and made Silverbolt into a Jetman and had a horrible little bat on their team. I don't know what was going on, and what happened to Rhinox with him becoming Tankor, the Tank Rhino Man, and almost none of the toys were goddamn, show accurate at all, which is the worst thing in the world. Although I love, Optimus Primal's Beast Machines toy, unironically. It's so hideous, I love it. Then you go from Transformers Armada to Transformers Energon. Remember that really impactful scene in Armada when Megatron and Optimus are about to die, and Megatron mentions how much he loves fighting them and all the raw sexual tension there. And then he's just resurrected by Unicron and then fights for Unicron, blah blah blah. I also remember how Armada Starscream was a really unique take on the character and the Blorbo for many. Well, now he's a mindless zombie in Energon. And people did not care for that. Horrible. And then somehow they made Cybertron somehow a sequel to it, despite clearly being in a different continuity altogether. I'd also mentioned the Japanese Beast Wars cartoons, but let's not even get into how that makes sense continuity-wise. So goddamn confusing. And then, Transformers Prime. The two subjects on this, they kind of got rushed out of a proper, series finale, and they had to introduce the concept of Beast Hunters last minute, so that's why, the Predacons barely got any focus in that show. Yeah. But that wasn't that bad. What was bad was Robots in Disguise. The animation downgraded completely, and the tone changed almost completely. For some reason, they all lost the ability to turn their arms into cannons or blades. That was never explained. It was weird. Yeah. And for those of you who are fans of the Predacons from Prime, sorry, Starscream killed them off screen for some reason. And somehow, It's Starscream. He's not God. Ugh. Weird. Yeah. Oh boy. And to a lesser extent, the like second season of Transformers Earthspark. They really didn't understand why people liked Earthspark, did they? Ugh. Stupid. Ugh. Well, that's just the chain of effect for Transformers cartoons. You start out something really good, then someone gets a wild hair up their ass, like creatively, and makes a really terrible sequel. And that will continue until the end of time. Even if Transformers 1 was successful, it would have gotten a really crappy spin-off. You know this. That's just the law. That's the law at this point. It's just the law. But hey, for every crappy Transformers spin-off, there's a good Transformers series that you can still love. So love that, my babies. Love that. Hope you take that to heart. And I hope you have a morning.